Unlimited Love, Red Hot Chili Peppers, classic lineup back together. I was listening to Broken Record podcast, Rick Rubin. He's been having each member of the band on. And hell, I mean, I guess you could even consider Rick Rubin as part of the classic lineup. I mean, with the albums he's produced. I don't think he did the last one that they had with Josh before John came back to the band, but I think he did the first one after John left. Anyhow, he's been integral to their sound for a long time too, but listening to that podcast, I mean, I've been paying attention to this album. Like, I thought Black Summer came out, I thought that was a good song. But then when I was listening to that podcast, Rick Rubin was talking about how much he liked White Braids and Pillow Chair. So I took a break, went to Spotify, listened to it, and I was like, yeah, that's an awesome song. And it was right after These Are the Ways came out too, which I think is also a very strong song. But White Braids and Pillow Chair specifically, to me, is like one of those, they may have thought it is like an album track, I guess. I think Anthony Kiedis kind of, in the interview, kind of described it that way, but it really stuck with Rick Rubin. And I was like, well, that dude, I mean, he's got a set of ears on him. And it's one of those, like, this whole album, like, I like it. And it's one of those where I think the songs will grow on you. But, again, to the main point is White Braids and Pillow Chair. Immediately when I listened to that, and they have songs like that where it's like, I look back to, like Could Have Lied was a song like that for me. What was the other one I was thinking about? Cabron. I don't know if you remember that one, by the way. Wet Sand and Stadium Arcadium. These songs that are just, they're on the album and you listen to them and you're like, oh my, this is awesome. So White Braids and Pillow Chair, I would put that in that category. And just a great song. But getting back, and yeah, Rick Rubin, like I was saying, produced this album, and I really, like, I've always liked him as a producer. Like, I go back to my younger years, and like, I think of albums that he's done, and they're kind of timeless because he seems to really cut through to like concentrating on the songs and the sonics. So I think of an album like The Cult Electric. I mean, that's an album that made me want to play the guitar. That and stuff like High Voltage, which AC/DC High Voltage, which Rick Rubin had nothing to do with. But then even like he did Public Enemy, It'll Take a Nation of Millions to Hold Us Back. I think back, like a song like Countdown to Armageddon sounded so great. And yeah, I haven't listened to that album for a long time, so I don't know if that's a perfect example as far as being timeless. But at the time, on my big gigantic portable CD player, I really dug that album. Other non-Chili Peppers albums that he did, like he did Toxicity by System of a Down, which is, you know, I guess they're considered a heavy metal band. I would just consider them a hard rock band, and that album sounds awesome. But I think what he really is able to do is he really knows how to focus the vocals and the drums like perfectly in the mix, which is probably the most important thing for the listener really to connect to a song. But Frusciante's back in the band, which is great. Always been a big fan of his. I really don't know that much about his solo material. I know some of it, like I know nothing about his electronic music that he's done, but I know like some of his solo guitar-based stuff that he's done is cool. But the Red Hot Chili Peppers just seems to be like the perfect place for him, and like those four dudes together is just where they should be. But yeah, Frusciante, like as far as my Mt Rushmore of musicians, you know, it's, at this point it's Jimmy Page, John Frusciante, in no particular order, Tom Bukovac, and then a bunch of honorable mentions. But glad to see him back in the band. And as far as the album, like I said, I like it. I think Side C in particular is the strongest, but like I said, all the songs are kind of growers, I think. The chord progression on White Braids and Pillow Chair is great, and just the clarity that John gets on the recorded sound. Like, I couldn't duplicate it. I mean, I was using the Fender Deluxe Reverb, but I think I used a Jetta. I don't think, I know I did. So I overdubbed 3 tracks. I have a track on the right, I have a track on the left, and I have a track down the middle. 2 of them are with the Deluxe Reverb. 1 of them's with the Jetta. I just couldn't match the sound that he was getting. I don't know, I'm pretty sure he used a Marshall. Very clean, very clear, very focused. I don't know if it was a delay or a reverb, but it sounds great. And then of course on the outro, you know, using the tremolo. My Strat has a tremolo, but I don't have a tremolo bar. I did the best I could. So now is a portion of the video that I start to get out of my depth a little bit, but I want to talk about a little bit of theory in the song. Again, love the chord progression. One of the things he uses is the diminished minor chord, and he uses that in the verse riff. It's kind of that stab you'll hear at the end. So the cool thing about that chord, so here's the theory behind it. So you gotta, and again, out of my depth a little bit, like the way he was playing it, I'm not sure where the 1 was, but that's not really the point. The thing with this chord is that each note in the chord's a minor third apart. So you got a 1, you got a minor third, you got a flat 5, and you got a flat dominant 7, which, like tonally, a flat dominant 7 would be the same thing as a 6 in a major scale, but we're talking diminished stuff, so I guess theoretically it's different, so you call it a flat 7. But the cool thing being each note's a minor third apart, and I was playing it in my cover, I was playing it on the D, G, and B string. He very well may have played it on the A, D, and G string. Same idea though, obviously. I mean, from an interval perspective, everything's a minor third apart. But just the way I had my amp set up and the way my guitar sounds, it sounded better to my ear if I played it on the D, G, and B string. But the cool thing, again, you get that shape down. Again, I'm not sure where the 1 is on this, so I'm not sure if I'm starting on a 1 or a minor third or a flat 5, but the point is, for a hack guitarist like myself, which you've probably already picked up on, as far as being a hack guitarist, it's a very movable shape. So with these 3 notes fretted, if I move up 3 frets, same shape, same chord. I mean, you're starting on a different note, so relatively the notes are different, but they're still part of the same chord. Then I can move up another 3 frets, same chord. So with that stab, I might, like the first go around I might play, second go around I might play. So again, hack guitarist, easily lost in the fretboard, very shape-based, helps me stay for not hitting the wrong notes, which I'm very fearful of. Having that shape that I know I can move and it's gonna sound cool is a cool thing. So there you have it.